able to apologize is a sign of emotional intelligence.
Once again, are not emotionally intelligent. The way that I know that people are not, I see how people apologize. The most vulnerable act that you can do as a human is apologize. Because when you apologize, yes, that's one of the most vulnerable. Yes, because in that apology, whenever you are apologizing, right, this means this goes two ways. You are acknowledging that you have possibly stepped out of your integrity or your morality and offended somebody. That takes a great level of vulnerability. In those apologies, most times there are two emotions and feelings that show up: guilt and shame.
Yep.
To be able to acknowledge that I feel guilty or I feel ashamed, there's some sort of shame, and I have to sit in this, understand it, so that way as I process it, I can apologize to you and actually admit that I have offended you and give you some type of plan of action to create some type of resolve.
Right.
People will scream, oh, I have a high EI, I have a high EQ. Do you apologize? How often do you apologize? Or you'll see people in relationships and you'll hear them talking, and then when you're like, did you apologize? Nah, I don't like apologizing. Oh, okay. Well, that tells me a lot.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Being able to apologize is a sign of emotional intelligence. I'm gonna go ahead and start with you first, James. What are your thoughts about that?
Man, I can rock with. I totally agree. But what I would do is I would add the word repent to that conversation, because repent is because when you apologize, right? A lot of times we apologize, yeah, my bad, and then you do the exact same thing again, right? But repent means to turn around. So I think that would be a better outcome for the relationship and to move on, because or say we a brother, right? If I did a brother wrong, hey, I won't do that again, my bad, type of deal. So, but I agree with where she was going with that. That was good.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go to you, Trev.
Yeah, she kind of had me bugging at the the last part of it when she said the dude was like, "I don't like apologizing." Like that's crazy. No one likes apologizing, of course, but there's a lot of things that we don't like to do. But if you're wrong, you should have the ability to understand that and let the other person know, right? An apology could come verbally, but maybe not verbally. Sometimes they come in other ways. Somebody might gift you, like it's different. Well, I mean, somebody was laughing. I guess they thought of it like, what I females apologize in different ways. Sometimes dudes apologize, whatever. Like somebody might gift you something. Someone might just behave differently, right? They would do better. And I'm not even crazy big on apologies. Sometimes I don't necessarily need one. What I need is more of what James explained, the repent. I need that turn, right? I need you to do better, right? If apologies is too much for you to do, okay, fine. Maybe you don't have the humility necessary to do it. But do you have the ability to make that effective change? That's where the importance comes in. So me personally, I do feel like you should apologize, but I also understand that some people just don't have the ability to. And we can't expect, just because you might feel like you're in a certain space with your emotional intelligence, that you expect everyone else to be on that same level. It's great if you can find someone that's on that level, but sometimes you just don't. We're dealing with reality, man, and some people are messed up. It is what it is. A lot of people dealt with trauma. A lot of people just don't know how to be around people. So sometimes you have to take people for what they are, right? And it doesn't mean you accept disrespect, but you also don't allow people to repeatedly offend you either. You can't do that. So as long as I get the change, the apology, it's whatever.
A lot of every time a lot of people don't apologize because it comes with a concession of accountability. It's like example, right? When Donald Trump lost to Biden in the election, um, he one time did he want to concede with the concession speech because it was fine. He still won the election. This was rigged. He didn't want to concede it that he lost. You know, he didn't want to come to common ground. And that's what apologizing comes to. Level sets you to common ground. I've heard this as well. Old fashioned fathers say, all right, the son says, hey dad, I think I found the right one. I think I want her to be my wife. And the dad says, say I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Wait, what do you mean I'm saying I'm sorry? I'm not apologizing. I didn't do anything. He says, oh son, until you're ready to say I'm sorry for no reason, you're not ready to be married with her. You ever heard that before? Apologizing even when you're wrong. There's a way that you can do that, and I'm gonna tell you how. If there's anything that I may have done, I apologize. I don't know if I did something, but if we come to disagreement, that's the speech to use. Listen, there's something that I did to offend you, whatever case may be. I apologize. Even if I didn't do anything wrong, it sets an example to level set the attitude. You know, and sometimes we have to lead with an apology that really should be coming from the other person to teach each other, and let's say as partners, right? The man and the woman, to teach each other that sometimes, even if I'm not right, like even if I am right, sometimes you have to at least try to train to say, you know, I'm sorry, even if you were wrong. Maybe it might, maybe it might level, like calm them down and say. And this also comes with patience, you know, self awareness, right? Within ourselves, and also what we learn within ourselves. It is that point to be able to people. Now it's up to them at the end of the day determine whether they have reciprocated properly what we're trying to teach. And if you get it through, cool. If you can't, you can't save everybody. But this is what also be able to identify that little thing in the beginning, nipping those things in the bud, instead of going on this never-ending cycle of modern 2023 where we just let things pass by and then they okay hold themselves accountable because we didn't hold them accountable what's right to us and what's wrong.